Somebody help me. This is actually ridiculous. I'm trapped in hell. If you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like on the video. That would be most spectacular. What a way to finish the last episode that was. Certainly one of those frustrating games that FM likes to throw at you from time to time, but at the end of the day, it's all in good fun. And to be fair, I actually still think we've got a really fun system going right now. And I'm very curious to see how this goes over the full season, because I don't really want to change anything, because it just looks so good. It's so fun to watch the team just when they're not missing all the time, but surely that will even itself out at some point, right? That's going to hopefully be the play. And today, we have a chance to do exactly that as we host Haugesund. Now, the cool thing is, we have a game in hand on every single team below us, bar Christensen, who we also have a 9-point gap on already. So a chance if we win that game in hand. I don't know who it's against. I think it might be Molde, though, so it's unlikely that we'll probably win it. But needless to say, we're still very much in this European fight, and statistically, I looked again, we are the best team in the league right now. If only we hadn't underscored our goals by 7 after 9 games. But surely we can pull that one back as the season goes on and just start to get a little bit better and just keep on firing, because I'm happy with this, and hopefully we will continue to do that today. I don't really think there's many changes I want to make, to be honest with you. I think Solskjaer might have reclaimed that spot from Leeuwenstein for now. Anyway, I think he's slightly older and he's just slightly wiser in that role and does do a little bit of a better job. I'm still a bit worried about Nicholas Dira. You can see that out of all of our players in this squad, he's the one that's really got a few more stinkers in him, which makes me think that partly there's an element with him. And when you're paying him as much as you are, you want an issue. You don't want issues there. However, could also be a tactical thing. But the rest of the team, I'm extremely enjoying. I realise Windholm's had a weird season so far, but I do think he can come back. And honestly, it's actually Indistad that's underperformed his XG by the most out of anybody on the team. Now, that does come down to his poor finishing in an element, but I'd like to see if he can pick that one up a little bit. Point is, really happy with how things are going. Hopefully we can continue it today. Don't really want to make any changes, honestly. Actually, I think the one change I might make is to bring back Christensen instead of Beck for this particular match. That way we can have Christensen against Molde in midweek. I'm not expecting an attacking output like we had against Ranheim. I'm expecting just a simple, good performance from the guys and get the goals, right? That's all we need to do today. Oh, he's gone short instead for Hellborg. Look at the build-up here. Vasquez, surely this is not... Oh! Well, that did not look like a penalty, if I'm honest. That looked a bit sus to me. He looked like he fell over before he even reached the player. But really nice build-up inside the Haugesund box there. Could give us a chance for Jesse Rakic to score his first ever goal in the league for us. And it's saved. Ranheim, though, building on their draw against us and actually beating Lillestrøm away from home, interestingly. Rakic, Gomez, Indistad, Christensen blocked again. But good in... Oh, look at that venom there from Indistad. This is more like it. Getting in on our opponents. Ball around the side for Windholm. It's a tough angle. It's a great block again from the defender. Half-time, we've not actually been that good today. We still should be in front, obviously, because of the missed penalty. But we've not done a great deal beyond that, and it seems like that's kind of dented our confidence a little bit, concerningly. Even if we have to scrape a 1-0 or something. You know, we've got to do what you got to do. Oh, ball in. Blad! Over the bar. Christensen's delivery again. And Blad! Yes! Tromso 1, Haugesund 0. Not how I expected us to take the lead in this game, but we do take the lead, and it's Thomas Blad from a bloody great header from a free kick. What a ball in from Christensen. I've added Dida to being an attacking wing-back in the second half, and he's really bumped his rating up quite a lot. I wonder if in certain games where we're looking to win, like where we were expected to be the better side, having that attacking wing-back could be better, and he seems to perform better as the supporting wing-back in slightly tougher matches, because he's asked to do more defensive responsibilities, I suppose. But needless to say, he's down this left-hand side again, whips it through Windholm! Oh, good save. Back for Dida again. He's a bit outnumbered here, but back for Christensen. Can he dink one of the back post? Windholm blocked! Saved again! Vasquez. Down the side for Indistad. He's playing out wide now. Back inside for Vasquez. Oh, you could have a shot here. Oh, look at the patience. Oh, bit rubbish. Maybe don't do that. Everybody with the run, to be honest. Vasquez into the box this time. Indistad drills it over the bar this time. Okay, they've taken their time over it, which could help us in a way. Fred. Oh, one again by Christensen up the pitch. Back side for Indistad. He's through on goal. Well blocked. Grönbeck misses the target this time. All the way out wide for Nordberg. Don't foul him. Holt. You have got to be joking. Are we just cursed, man? I think we might just be cursed. This time we've had to come... Well, this time they've come from home. Dida down this left. Ball in. Indistad's header over the crossbar. It's... I'm actually kind of interested in how far this can go now. Oh my... Somebody help me. This is actually ridiculous. I'm trapped in hell. I want to see how far this is going to push it. Tromso 1, Haugesund 2. I was about to be apoplectic with rage over a 1-1 draw, only for them to give away a penalty and allow us to lose as well. But as I said, I'm curious now. I want to see how far it's going to push this, because this is starting to get absurd now. And I have started adding some like player traits to some of our strikers as well to see if we can figure out a little bit with that. The problem is, when you try to add a thing like goes round goalkeeper to strikers with really good finishing and composure, the coaches basically sat there going, why do they need to do that? They've got really good finishing and composure. And I'm like, I don't know, mate. I don't know. But believe me. I think when tactically you're creating this amount of like attacking output from a statistical standpoint every game, that means that it really has to come down to a personnel issue, meaning that if a player with slightly better attributes in certain areas, I suppose it would have to be, was in those positions to take them, they would score them more often. That's the only thing I can think of now, because we are creating ridiculous amounts of chances per game. On the other hand, it is also kind of funny. And as I said, I just kind of want to see how far it's willing to push this. Far from that. And also Johansson has come in because Mrozek had a slight knock as well. And Molde, they might be about to take the lead. Well, I guess that's the problem with not having Mrozek for this game. This is a nice little piece of possession, actually, considering. Christensen, loads of... Oh, okay, that was not the right pass, but it might well turn out that way. That's a penalty. Rakic, I'm going to give him a chance. He's missed one penalty, but he did score his previous two. So I feel like he deserves a chance for to... Okay, this is getting absurd now. Anderson, look at the space for Nicholas Dira. He just has to put this on the plate for someone. And he's done exactly that. It's Molde 1, Tromso 1, Jakob Windholm off the bench to grab the late equaliser, but it could have potentially been the winner if we'd just taken that penalty. In the end, a draw away at Molde, and arguably we had the two best chances of the game. But still, once again, showing quality by taking a point away one of the best sides in the division, and that's surely a good sign. But it could have been more if we'd managed to score the penalty. But no more pens for Rakic this season. He scored those two, and I felt that, you know, one miss is not the end of the world, but now two in a row just kind of goes into show, like, we couldn't miss that one. It was literally in the net already, nearly, but thank Christ we took it. And hilariously, we actually go third in the league because this was our game in hand. So we are now up to third. Also, look at Molde's goal difference already. They're surely going to be a massive challenger towards the top of this. But we're third in the league. Rakic back into space. Could look straight through the middle of Windholm. That's a great first touch from Windholm. He has to get the shot away from here at least. Goes Good lord. Bit of space in the midfield finally for us. Oh, Windholm's in. Jacob Windholm, if you're going to score a goal for us this season, make it be now. In the end, pretty cagey game, actually, against Brann as it goes. Best chance of the game fell to Windholm. Standard. Probably still should have won, maybe. If you had to pick a team to win, it probably would have been us, but as usual. Once again, though, clean sheet with our weakened defence actually did us a favour there, but that drops us down to 5th in the league on 19 points. We're still well in there, that's for sure, but now we're 7 points off the top of the league. Not that the top of the league is really our goal this season. Our goal is to try to get top 5. Ubu Conte's been called up for the World Cup squad. Not going to affect us. Enjoy your time there, boo-boo. Dida out on this left-hand side. Lots of space to run into for him. He has to find the right pass, though. Could he just whip this through? Indishtad's on the end of it, and it's 1-0 Tromso. Lovely work there. He can't even he couldn't miss that. Tromso 1, Sarpsborg 0, and we deserve that lead, and we've been excellent in this game so far, as always. Well, in the end, Tromso 1, Sarpsborg 0, but still, I mean, once again, great defensive performance. Managed to grab the goal to get the win here. But look at this again. We've underscored our XG this season by 13 goals already. And I start to wonder how. But nevertheless, we do push on. We actually stay... We're doing all right, to be fair. It's just very strange. As we stay 5th in the league, but 22 points on the board so far. Still only 4 points off the top of the league as well. We're far from out of this by any means. The goal difference really is the biggest issue. Imagine if we actually could score our goal difference up to where it should be. We'd probably have like plus 15 by now, but there you go. Nevertheless, we're right in there in 5th spot and looking like one of the better sides this season, genuinely. And that makes me happy. But we do have to play Rosenborg away next, which is not going to be easy at all. Kitolano around the side for Nad. Don't let him get that ball back across. Oh, really nice goal from Rosenborg, to be fair. Rosenborg 1, Tromso 0. They deserve that. They've been quite good in the opening 15 minutes here. That's a good finish from Noah. Holster's delivery. Flicked on, off the crossbar, and oh, wow. Comes straight back to Noah Junholm, and it's 2-0 to Rosenborg. Linamata. Ball around the side, and Noah... It's 3-0 to Rosenborg. Yes, 3-0 Rosenborg. That makes perfect sense. He's a very good striker, is Noah Junholm. We slipped to 6th in the league now, down onto 22 points. Just a +1 goal difference there. Yeah, losing that 3-0 was a bit of a tough one for us. We have had a couple of those games. Then again, actually, we weren't even that bad in this match. Once again, the chances were there. I mean, it's a broken record, isn't it? You know what I'm going to say. So we move. But I think one thing is for sure. As I said, I'm going to scour the earth to find ourselves the best striker possible. And no matter where they're from, just... we're going to find them at some point, and I'm going to make it my life's mission in this save to find that person, because I believe this can work with the right striker. I've taken a massive punt by putting a loan deal in offer for this guy, Juan Carlos. The only reason I've done it is because he has ridiculously high finishing. It's like minimum 18, and we can't see much else about him, but it's on £150 a week, and they've been letting him to have us for free. So it was worth a punt, really, just to see what he's like. Gonzalez delivers for Molde. Oh, wow. Okay, he's just won it. Igor Mengel, 1-0 Molde. We had defenders there. I thought they were going to win the header and get a flick on, but no, 1-0. Not really who you'd want there, but he's there nevertheless. Can he dig one out? He can. Indistad's header, good into the bottom corner. Molde 1, Tromso 1, and I'd say a semi-deserved equaliser, so we'll take that. Oh, it's going short here for Windholm. He's got to pull this back. Finds Rakic, and it's Molde 1, Tromso 2 in extra time, and we actually lead away at Molde in the cup here, and we've been good today. I didn't really deserve our equaliser that much, but since then we got a lot better. Well, well, well. A massively even game in the end that could have gone either way, honestly, and we've actually come out on top of it for once. Jesse Rakic in extra time sends us through to the quarterfinals of the Norwegian Cup, away at Molde, who I expect to win the league this year. That's, once again, a really strong performance from the guys. That was actually just a good game from them, to be fair. That's probably the best I've seen us actually play as a team for a while. Really, really liked that. Could have done it in the league. That would have been nice. But nevertheless, that's good. We'd like to go through. Of course, our reward is Stabæk in the quarterfinals. But at least it's at home. So you never know, honestly. Who else is left? If we were to progress past Stabæk, I think our chances, or you could say our odds, would be pretty good. Around the side for Christensen. Lots of spaces emerging. Windholm's in. And he slots it home. Tromso 1, Stabæk 0 in the cup. Windholm's had to play today because of the... not injured, tired Indistad, and we lead in the quarterfinals now. Why can't we be like this in the league? We got in front, had to sit on it in the second half massively because of all the tiredness, and Stabæk thoroughly came back into this, and I think would have deserved at least to take this for extra time, if not win it in normal time, honestly. Why can't we do this in the league? 1-0 to Tromso, into the semis now. And we play Bodø in the semi. Ooh, bit of space in the midfield for Christensen. This is more like it. Dida. They might be standing off of us a little bit. We've got a lot of the ball so far, and these are the types of games that I found we can really dominate. It doesn't always mean we win or score lots of goals, but we have lots of chances to score goals. Indistad can flick this down. Windholm's in. Takes it around one man. He's round the goalkeeper, and he slots it home. He's got that goal in the cup, and the confidence might be back. Tromso 1, third place Strømsgodset 0. We've actually scored one. Come on, lads. Are you kidding me? I wasn't even commentating because it was so far out, and these almost always just graze the crossbar, and it's actually gone in. I don't believe this season, man. It's so far out. Lewestein, he'll probably shoot, won't he? Oh, he scored! Okay, he has. Tromso 2, Strømsgodset 1, and it's Jonas Lewestein with his first ever goal, I think, for the club. But why did those go in? But we can't score from 2 yards. But never mind, it doesn't matter. What a hit this is from Lewestein. That is beautiful. Off the post and in. Tromso 2, Strømsgodset 1, and we deserve that. We ended up playing 8 minutes of stoppage time in the end. Finally got the result over the line there. Tromso 2, Strømsgodset 1, Windholm and Lewestein with the goals. But... bloody hell. Wow. Okay, in fairness, that game actually turned out pretty much perfect, but I was so annoyed when we conceded that. That was their first shot on target in the 70th minute of the match, and it was one of those long-range free kicks that always hit the crossbar or just glaze over the bar on this sort of highlight setup. But there you go. We've got the win that we needed. We've got 2 more home games in a row after this. Can we finally start to turn a corner? This is a good performance that we've actually dug it out. Well done. We've made the third place team look quite average there, if I'm honest, once again. So, yet again, I think this team really could be a title challenging team. It just needs the tiniest little bits about it to get there. We've got 25 points at the moment. We'd be on for 50 at the moment this season, but we would deserve so much more, and I think we can do that in the second half of the year. We just had this friendly, which we only managed to win 1-0 because of a penalty. But have I just broken Football Manager? Okay, that said, in the very next game, we've gone out and had almost the exact same amount of XG and won 14-0. Well, maybe we finally took our finger off the end of the hose, eh? I know it's a friendly, but it's still very interesting. Well, there's this guy. Potentially. He does have lower finishing, but apparently that is irrelevant, and it might be that he's just got better stuff elsewhere. Get the lead and just defend for the rest of this match, where we've been good so far. Blad, ball in. Windholm's header, and that is a beautiful header from Jakob Windholm. His 9th goal of the season. That's incredible. He's got as many as that, really, but there you go. Tromso 1, Viking 0, and we're actually just about doing enough at the moment. Just about. From very close range. We've not yet scored one of these, and I feel like we're due. And we've got it. There it is. Tobias Christensen, 2-0 to Tromso. Incredible scenes. We're 2 goals up in a football match, my friends. This doesn't happen very often. I think I've finally found the 3 I want there. Indistad even in behind now. He's through on goal, and even he's scoring. Tromso 3, Viking 0. What is this? Indistad with a glorious finish. Maybe something just clicked in that random friendly, and now all of a sudden we can score. Rakic. Vasquez with the delivery. Windholm to knock it down, and Christensen and then Windholm on the rebound. I think he might be offside. I don't know. We'll have to see. Nope, that is counting. Tromso 4, Viking 0. Vasquez again. This guy's toast. Ball in. Indistad, ball down, and it's across the line, and it's a hat-trick for Jakob Windholm. It's 5-0 to Tromso, and Windholm has now scored a hat-trick. I don't understand this game. It's 5-0. Clipped through the middle. Actually, a chance for Hansen here. Oh, That's a good goal. To be fair, Kim Hansen deserves that. That's a great piece of play from him. Colombo bringing it forward here. Drops it on the side for tangent, and Hansen's in again. We've actually conceded 2 goals in less than a minute. In the end, Tromso 5, Viking 2, but it's so weird the way that we just gave up 2 random goals late in the match out of nothing. Directly from the kickoff as well. Still, smashing victory, great result from the guys. These are the kind of performances that I feel like we should have been putting in all season. Defensively got a little bit shaky towards the end. I think that's probably because I took off Thomas Blad. The reason I did that is because he was on a booking and I felt that he might have got another one, and we don't need that at that point. I'll say he was on a booking. He was likely to get a suspension if he got another booking. So I felt it was safety first. We'd already got the win in the bag at that point. 5-2 though is still good. 5-0 would have been better though. But it's just nice to see that we've got a performance like this in the tank. We stay 5th in the league, 28 points on the board, another dominant performance, and it's actually got a win to go with it. And now that's back-to-back home wins against Strømsgodset and albeit Viking. We play Stabæk at home next. That is going to be an interesting test. Okay, so Valdo Bamba is in on loan from Porto for the season. We actually do have a clause as well to sign him at the end. I don't think that's going to be possible. It's £400,000. We can. It's an optional as well, but I think we wouldn't be able to afford his wages from what he would want there. But I just thought I'd try something. He's got fantastic physicals. He's reasonably quick. He's good in the air. He's got good finishing. His heading isn't actually that good to go with it. Composure isn't that bad. Finishing isn't great, though. That's the downside to him there. But I just wonder if maybe he's got some other... His mentals might see him just be that little bit more composed in front of goal. I don't know. Now, of course, with him being Portuguese, we now have to do some squad wangling. And I realise we've got that other guy coming in from Brazil, but I feel like he's just a bit better. Another left footer as well. So I wanted to make sure that we were still keeping left-footed players on the left-hand side, because that does seem to be the right thing. But still... curious to see if Valdo Bamba could maybe be a game changer. It's annoying that literally Win Holmes scored a hat-trick the day before I signed this guy. Particularly as Ruan Carlos might be good for the future for a team, but I don't think it's great for us. I don't think I can terminate the loan either. No, I can't. The question then becomes, how do we get him into our team? It has to be either Mrozek or Hellborg. Do we really take a massive risk and deregister our first choice goalkeeper and play the 15-year-old in the hopes that at the very least they can keep us, he can be relatively stable for the rest of the year and get game time in football? Or do we deregister Hellborg, given that we've got other players that can sit in the... I think it has to be Hellborg. Now he's got Bamba in space, actually. Vasquez is there. Can he pull it across for someone? Plenty of room. Bamba! 29 minutes on the clock. Valdo Bamba scores on his Tromso debut within half an hour of joining the club. What a finish that was. 1-0 Tromso. Rakic. Indistad again. Bamba's broken behind the back line once more. Can he go around the... That was his right foot that time. He's not even got a right foot. Tromso 2, Stabæk 0. And Bamba has a brace on his debut. Where has this come from? We're finally starting to look like a team. The back 4-5 is absolutely perfect at the moment. Really loving that. If Bamba can continue at this kind of pace, we might well be onto something. We actually remain... Well, we go 4th in the league because points were dropped by Vålerenga very late on. We're level on points with 2nd in the league, Stabæk. Now, we level on points to them because of that. Our goal difference is starting to climb up now as well. I think the title race is... not over, but Molde look pretty much like the best side in this league, and I think we're no chance in catching them over the rest of the season. But I think there's a very strong chance that if we get together, go properly, that 2nd place this season is not outside the realms of possibility, and potentially even a Norwegian Cup to go with it. This team is starting to look better and better. Just got to have a little bit of faith, I suppose, in the tactical side of things. And, you know, it was just a solid performance and got exactly what we deserve. 3 straight home wins as well. And I think it's Bodø next for the game. Adam Hellborg has just told me that he is homesick. He's Swedish. We're in Norway. He's lived in Norway for 7 years. I've just had to send him back to Sweden for a month because he's homesick, but he's lived in Norway for 7 years. Also, it's Sweden, not Turkmenistan. So I thought prior to our final game, our proper final game, we'd take a little look at things. And we've obviously moved up a little bit lately, which has been good. We've no longer considered the very best team in the league. But when you look how close our output is to Molde this year, we have genuinely been excellent. They've maybe overperformed a tiny bit. Points-wise, we've actually only underperformed a small amount. It's been the goals scored area, as you can see. It's minus 11. In fact, it's nearly minus 12. Now, this is an improvement. Those last couple of matches have allowed us to bring that down from minus 15, which might be one of the most outrageous statistics I've seen on FM since they introduced this kind of metric. But it's a toughie today, away at Bodø. Now, we have beaten them 3 times already in this save, and we've got to play them twice more. So that's going to be good. Or do we beat them 3 or 4? Hang on, is it 4 times we've now beaten? We've beaten Bodø a lot, is my point. Genuinely excellent right now. That back 3 has been stunning over the last few games. Blad, Gomez, and Lewestein. Now that I've sort of cemented him into that spot, he's been staggeringly good. I know I keep saying staggering lately. It's my new favourite word. Even Dira as well. Look at that, an 8.04 over the last 5. Admittedly, there's a couple of friendlies in there, but he has really picked up his form. The one change I made was to go default to him being on attack. It does seem to have hurt Vasquez a little bit, and I wonder if just because I actually don't know why, interestingly, but for some reason that's the case. Vasquez is suspended for today, and annoyingly, the one man who could have replaced him is also not here. So Oh my god. I mean, it's going to have to be Berger. That does not help at all. And I guess we're just going to have to go with that. I think we might struggle down that side with Berger there, and I don't blame him, honestly. That's not a position he wants to be thrown into, but what can you do? I'm going to give Bamba another appearance, because obviously scoring a brace on your debut certainly will endear to the fans, right? We've actually won 3 in a row in the league now, and 5 in a row in all competitions. So our form is pretty much bang on where you'd expect it to be, and we're doing fantastically well lately. So hopefully we can go into the derby here and come up with an even better result. Really excited about this. Certainly helps, I would say. Orca Jordik, no. Well, bit of space though for Carlson. Bodder are in here. It's a, well, poor effort actually. Finds Indistad. Yeah, you see, you would have looked for the overlap there, but unfortunately there's just nothing coming. But luckily Dida's on the other end of it. Can he drop one through? Indistad's header. Did Bamba just hit the post with that from... Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. I can't believe that. I thought that was just in Carlson's delivery. Oh, it's in from Victor Boniface. Bodder 1, Tromso 0. We've missed a brilliant chance, which the game hasn't even counted as a shot, weirdly. And we now trail from a free kick. That's bad from us. Dreadful performance. Maybe, I wouldn't have said they're lucky to be in front. They haven't done a lot, but what they have done is score a goal. And that is the worst attacking first half we've seen from us the entire season. I'm going to try and put some more mixed crosses in the second half, particularly with the fact that we've got 2 rather tall strikers on the pitch now, and they might be able to win a few more of those balls than we're used to with someone like Windholm in that position. Berger as well, being a centre-back there, might be able to win a few wide passes too. I don't know, we've been tweaking and trying a little bits and bobs, but it feels like nothing we've touched or personnel changes has really made any difference to the outcome of this match at the moment. Ball in, cleared away. We would be lucky if we managed to grab an equaliser here, and I'd be very grateful if we were to get the equaliser. And I think, were it to come, it probably would have a chance high enough that we'd be probably good value for it, but we'll see. And Windholm's in behind. Just nothing, basically. Unless Windholm can put this into the path of The chances are coming now, but we're missing them again. Been a very cagey game. Defensively, they've done... Oh, good save from Rojek. That might at the end just tickle it over the bar. Now we're going to be stuck on this for the next God knows how long while Pedro Enrique does some break dancing in front of the physio. I'm this close to breaking out the bear facts, friends. Well, there it is. He's literally walking off with the ball on his head. Why did we need to see that? Yeah, a pretty even game, in all honesty, decided by the tiniest little factor. Bamba wasn't as good today. Windholm had some chances when he came on. But needless to say, we're still 5th in the league. We're still right where we want to be. We're still in the European places, and that's the main thing. And I still think over the course of the rest of the season, we've got enough in the tank that we can go and get ourselves probably 2nd spot. But honestly, I'd settle for 5th at any point, really, right now. As long as it just doesn't continue. We've just started to see the final beginning of it all starting to come good for us. I hope this isn't just a false dawn. Oh, and don't worry. Story stuff will be coming back soon. This episode is just extremely long, so I do apologise for that, because after that weird spell with the 4 consecutive games without a result, where, well, I mean, we could have won that, it's just how it goes. Then we actually did start to pick things up, got a very, I say fortunate, we were still the better side and probably could have won by more, but then the Rosenborg game was a weird one. Finally, though, with those cup matches, it just seemed to, like, rejuvenate us with the good win in the league there, then the 5-2, and then the 2-0. Those 3 straight wins were massive for us. And then to put in one of our worst performances of the season and still come away feeling like maybe we could have had a draw out of it, but that's just how it is. I still think this team is capable of getting Europe this year and really should be doing better than that, but hopefully over the course of the year we can slowly get that XG deficit back in our, not back in our favour, we're never going to catch it, but at least get it down. So I want to get it, my aim for the end of the season is so that it's like -4 or something to the amount of goals we should have scored. We've got to catch it up a little bit, surely. Anyway, this feels like it's been a stupidly long episode. I apologise, but I just wanted to give you a bit of extra value today. Plus, I forgot what the live comment was going to be. So, if you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there too, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hold your gun, capybara, bye-bye.